Hello, my name is Marshall Ross, and this is my Promineo Tech front-end week 3 assignment around Bootstrap. And what I did this week is we created a website, styling it only with Bootstrap. And so what I did first was I took my HTML, my index.html page, made a boilerplate, and then I immediately came in here, made a link, set it relative to style sheet, and my reference equal to the bootstrap.css page. And then from there, I went in and I kind of set some classes throughout to give everything its own kind of color, so background light on the body. And then we went in and put in a nice little nav bar here. So you'll see the nav bar expand large. So whenever I have the screen up big, the nav bar will be there, but as you close it, it's going to shrink. And then I set the background on that to light. That's going to look like this here at the top. So you've got our home page here. Um, and then whenever we close this, at a certain point, the nav bar goes away. And then when we open up big, the nav bar is there. And then the other content on the page stacks as we do that. And that's the way that I made it. On the page, we have um, on our nav bar, we have links that function that take you to the pages within the nav bar. And this one's kind of redundant because it just takes us right back to this page we're already on, but this one takes us to the sources page, which is what we'll get to here in a moment. And then I did put I put a form in the nav bar as a search. And what I did here is I put some text in here that says find info. We set that class. So it's actually its own div. We set this class to input group text. It's a basic add-on. And then what I did here is I made it to where whenever so placeholder search, so that tells you what it does sort of. And then that's the way that will look. So we wanted to type something in here, we could. And then aside from that, that form inside the nav bar, we're going to close all that off. And then I start to tell you, this is the purpose of the web page, this is what it does. So we've got an alert here that tells the user what the page is for. So this is a page about circles. So here you'll learn about circles. And then continue reading to learn. So that's going to look like this. We did put that in a class alert warning, and I text centered, which you'll see throughout the code. So we wanted to kind of keep everything uniform and user friendly. And then after this, so text center, we end this div, and then I start here in the kind of the body. I have an H1. We set the class to info and text center to make a nice little H1 with a background. Here, we've got our image, and then we have some facts about servals, which I put in an unordered list. And I did that using Bootstrap grid so that you'll have the class set to row, and then the unordered list we set as a list group. I made it bold, and then each class for the divs here, I put each list item in its own div with the class set to column 1 of 5, 2 of 5, and so on to tell how many there'd be and to space them evenly. And those compound like such based on the screen that we're reading on. And then we've got here a button that I created, which I also centered with text center. We set the button to success so it would be green. And we have the button, I made it button large. And then I put a link in there, which will take you to the other page of the site, which will take you to the sources. And these sources are actually referenced. So I referenced each source here, which you'll see the number and the link. And we'll get to that here in a moment. At the bottom, we've got our script for Java. And if I open up my sources page, I took the bones of the other page. We kept a lot of things the same. I updated my title. And then in the nav bar, we made some changes to the sources page. I moved it to where it would kind of mimic, but the links and the names of the pages are reversed. And then code here is all the same. The alert is the same, but I updated what the alert says for this page. And then we've got another image. It's using the same code, but it's its own image with its own alt, with its own caption, and it's still a figure. And it's going to look like this, with the same header. And then our references and links are actually put in a table, which I set to table. We've got our heads. I didn't do much to these because I wanted it to be just kind of simple for the design, but you'll see the column for link, and then our rows, which are info. We've got our row, which is the reference number for each link, and then the link for each link, which I did put in its own anchor in its own table data. So these are going to be functional links. And then here at the bottom, we've got our button again, which takes us back to the beginning. And then that's going to look like this. Oh, and I did put another form where users can share what they know about the serval cat. And we've got the info submit button. And that is it. That is my week 3 assignment for Bootstrap.